out of the way. And I take up very high. You're squeezing your legs gently together. I don't mind. Yeah, so this is it. I learned parallel in my stock training. And then I went to classical teachers and they said, no, you got to turn out. Then I go to Bob Lincoln, why are you turning out? Just turning in. So just do what you want. I don't care. And squeeze your legs nice and long, coming down. And the reason I have this up because I want you to touch your head there. Really touch your head. And your arms are long and you're lifting from deep in the center. Now, dig your arms down as at the same time they come down. Definitely red will be too much. And you're going to stretch your arms back and reach that position there. So coordinate your arms and upper body together so that you arrive there, which was what I told you, Kyoko, in the mat class. And for breaststroke, and slowly coming up with the head, take it back, and long, and lengthen. And up at the top, your head is in line with the rest of the spine. Not there. Lengthen, and slowly coming down. One last time from me, and remember, as you come down, you're really going to dig down. Now stretch your arms, coming up, lengthen, stretch, lengthen. This is as long as you can be. Stretching here, slowly coming down. 2 and 3, and then you'll be nice and tired. Now, please today, because I'd really like to talk about this supported spine, and the long arms. So I know all of us are trained, me too, but I'm asking you to do something different today. For fun, to feel something. I know that we don't want to, we want to kind of take our arms like this so that they're a little bit bent, because we don't want to hyperextend them and make them sticks. I think that's the reason they do it. Today I'm asking you to really stretch your arms so that you're not so much doing this, but really lengthening and lengthening down and coordinating it with your body coming up. Is that clear? You have the xiphoid at the edge, and you're going to have your arm, so your legs are together, gently squeezing, and this time the headrest doesn't matter because you're going to stay in a nice horizontal position. Now, it's as if the palm of my hands were going to be down, but I'm going to be in this T shape. Now, in this T shape, yesterday, this T shape, you have to be as wide as possible. We did that exercise yesterday. Look, and if you want to have the vintage shirts, it's an extra $8. Okay, so anyway, so really think, and we're going back to that width that I talked about in the arms pulling straps exercise. So this is very, very wide here, stretching out the legs, lifting in the center, releasing the neck, head is in line with the rest of the body, and this is as wide as you can be. Now nice and slow, keep your arms horizontal and go back. 1 and stretch, 2 and 3. Right along the side of the body, and stretch as much as you can, and then slowly 1, lift up and under the navel, really supporting your spine. And lengthen back. Release your neck. Long. I hope I'm in a long line. 2. And now you get as long as you can be. Stay long and come and get wide in the upper body. And you're lifting like crazy in the center to support yourself up here. Last time. Lengthen away. Gently squeezing your legs together. Release the neck. And slowly coming back. Lengthen. And 2. And wide. Come back and hit that wide. For this one. Not that they're bad springs or I have stock equipment, and their springs are pretty robust as well as these are. You're going to have your hands on your... And just like we talked about yesterday, it's not just here that I'm in this position. I'm lifted and I'm bringing myself into a ball. Okay, maybe not like into a tight ball here, but there's a connection between my knees and my upper body. And I'm lifted, and I'm holding myself in. Now from here, take your arms and legs straight up. If I take my arms straight up, that means the carriage has to move, lengthen. And then I'm going to open my arms and legs together. And here's where the backstroke comes in. I'm going to actually swing around and stretch forward, lengthen. And I'm going to get into this position we talked about yesterday, stretching away and lifting deep up and under the center, up and under my breastbone. And then I slowly come down and bring myself back into the ball. So no arms here. The arms go straight up from here. Lengthen, 2, 3. Open, nice and exact. Now here, whoosh, pull back in the center. Lengthen. Slowly coming in. 2, and 3. The point, that's where the backstroke comes in. Really make that backstroke, not just here, watch. No. Long. Your legs should go below the box. And you're lifting and pulling back in the center.
Copyright. Armchair set, yeah.
Alright, so here I am, and you're going to come up here, and you're going to squeeze your heels gently together and come into this Pilates V shape. Huh? Bend your knees, and put your waist, and there should be no, okay, everyone look out the window, I'm having a sensitive man. Okay, back in, good, over, back in. Good.
I took a video again.
Oh well, worse has happened to me. It's okay. Okay, so you're going to stay in as much as you can, huh? And you're squeezing your heels together. And look, I'm lifted here, so I'm not laying here. I'm lifted and I'm coming through. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to stay in as much as you can. And you're going to move your arms first. Your arms come up and they pick up your head. And you come up and you lift up and back as much as you can. Open your arms, squeeze your heels together, and lengthen out like Superman or Super Lady. And then from here, lift up long. Coming down, keep the lift in the center, all the way in. And squeeze your heels, slowly coming up, lengthen. Now stay long, get as long as you can, really reaching up. And then open, keep reaching back. Now from here, lengthen up, stretch your legs, long in the body. And then you lift from there, long, and coming down. 2, 3. So that last thing that I did, when I stretch, the stretch is like when we did breaststroke on the floor. When we're doing breaststroke, really, you're as long as you can be here. And then I'm really supporting myself, and all I'm doing while I'm in that diagonal position, I'm lifting like this too. That's what you're thinking of doing, okay? And then you come back down and through. So you don't have to go up so far, but think of it as being on the floor. Here's where I first go into the super lady position. I hit it, and then I come up that far. But these have to stay long and supportive. And then slowly come back down. Squeeze your heels together. Second part, first of all, too tight, people. So the arms are a little bit too tight. It gets a little bit too much into here, trying to do the right thing. It's really a very natural movement. My arms are rather relaxed and through. My arms come down and lengthen forward, and I pick my head up. And that takes me back, nice and long. Lift up even more long. Now from here, I see this, and it's here, lengthen. And then I see this. Look at my legs. That helps me. No, long. The legs have to stay long, and then I come up that much, and my legs are long, like I'm on the floor. And then slowly come down, squeezing my heels together, head comes down and through. You see the difference? So you really dynamics that are going to help us do whatever teaser that we choose to do. I hope what I teach today will help us do that. So we don't need this anymore, but I'm not going to move it now. And you're going to put the edge of your shoulder blades at the edge of the box. And every school has their different way. And I'm going to lengthen. And I'm going to come into the snow angel position. And I'm lifted in the center, and I'm stretching my legs away. Almost like this position here. But now I stay that lift, keep stretching away, that backstroke position I was talking about. And I come into the snow angel position, nice and long. No dead chickens. Here, nice and long, and stretch out. Look, my arms, your arms are long, your neck and head, long and through. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your arms straight down, head comes forward, and as you come up, you have to really dig down as you pull back in the center. Squeezing your legs together and coming up and lengthen and in. Now on the way down, that's all I want you to do. And on the way down, I want you to pull back in the center. Just like we talked about before. If I'm really pulling back in the center, my head is going to come forward, and my arms are going to come down immediately. And slowly take it back with control and length, and coming back into the snow angel position. Really dig your arms down. Don't just move your arms, dig them down. And as you pull them forward, you're pulling back in the center, pulling back and lengthen. Lengthen, pulling back in the center. Now I pull back even more, stretch your legs forward. And if I do that, and my body responds, then my head will come more forward and down. The faster you bring your arms down, the easier it is. And head comes forward. So if you feel like having a challenge, pull back in the center and lift up. You really have to get together this pulling back as you take your arms forward. That's key, because it's possible just to move and get into it. But it's the pulling back and lengthening forward. So now I'm in this position here, and I'm pulling back and I'm lengthening forward. If I start going down with my arms here, that's completely okay, but you have to understand, I'm getting pushed back now, and that makes it harder, which is what you may want to do. And if that's not what you want to do, then remember to be, I'm going to go quickly now so you can hurry up. You want to pull back in the center, take your arms down, and then you're not being pushed back. And you have a greater chance of coming down with control if that's what you need to do. And I would appreciate, so don't worry, unless you really have it, take your arms down and really get this lift up and under and stretch away and coming down with control and coming back into that stretched and long position. No dead chickens. Okay. Okay, so that's how you sit on a horse. And your arms are going to be up. Now again, it's the same idea with this. You're going to coordinate this lift, this lift through here with your arms going forward. I hope I can do it. Inhale. Pull up in the center, that starts, and stretch and lift yourself up off the box. You're going to keep looking forward from the top of your eyes, and you're lifted. And then let's just take an easier version today. So yes, I can do it. Inhale. So arms are up high, but it's really you're coordinating. It's not just separate things. It's pulling everything from the center. Inhale, and again, I'm going to stretch my arms and legs away. This is just spine stretch forward, except it's horseback, and it's a killer. And pull back. I'm pulling back in the center and stretching everything away. Good. I think a blue and a yellow will be good for you. And now you're just going to take your arms nice and wide to the sides. Stay up. Coming down with control and lengthen. That's all I want you to do today, because what I want you to get more than all of this movements and choreography is the connection of it starts from the center, and I stretch away, and I'm really just doing here spine stretch forward, except it's much harder. I'm stretching my legs, and I'm stretching my arms. I know my legs aren't probably that straight, but I'm still stretching them, and I'm pulling back in the center. Now from here, keep looking forward, open, and then coming down. 2, 3. That's hard enough. I know that I keep looking forward from the top of my eyes. I'm pulling back in the center, and I'm lengthening. So I'm looking forward from the top of my eyes there. So I'm not coming down here is the point. I'm lengthening. I'm still lengthening forward, and my arms are by my ears, just like in spine stretch forward. Open out or roll. Not spine. Yes, it is spine. And coming in. Or roll up when you're here. Lengthen. I'm pulling back. Exactly. Lengthen. Wait, don't push down quite yet. So really get into this. And then stretch. Ooh.
I know, it's a bar.
And down. Good. Stretch your legs and push down. Good. And lift up. And then slowly down. Bend your legs and coming into this position. It's a really nice thing, because if you're able to come up at the top, the springs will start pushing you back. And that will take you into a deeper extension. Can we do it one more time, Bonnie?
Yeah.
And now we're getting used to what to do with these reformers. You have to take your legs a little bit lower. As you stretch them out, come up with your thumb, remember? Lengthen, legs low, and then lift. And it's about here that the springs will start pulling you back. And people will think that you're amazing. And slowly coming down, but really it's the springs doing it for you. And coming down, you just have to rear and take your arms up. Listen carefully, please. I ask you to take your arms by your ears, because if you take them here, that pulling back with the straps isn't going to happen so much. So from here, and you're going to feel it's going to feel great, but you have to Stay strong here. Lift and relax and let it take you back. And then coming around through. So if your arms are there, they're not going to pull you back so nicely. All right, straight. And you want to be halfway back on the box. Having said that, we just live with what we have and do our best. So nice and long. So now here, I'm really stretching out through my heels. We did short box on the mat yesterday and we talked about that. So now we have the straps here and you're stretching out through your heels and you're pulling out to the side gently. Not gently, strongly. And you're lift out through your heels and through. And again here, inhale. So we're not going to do half roll back. We're just going to do the full roll back. Inhale. And you're going to, I'm not going to hug. So I'm going to really put my hand on this area below my belly button, and that's where I'm going to lift. And I'm really pushing, and I come back, and I go halfway in a nice round. And there I want you to pause, please. So I come back halfway, pause, and then roll all the way back. From here, stretch out through your heels. Keep moving out with your feet, coming down with control and lengthen. And if you have it, by the way, if you don't want to do this part, that's completely fine. But if you are here and you want to, then stretch your arms back. Really stretch them. And here, good. Keep your head back. Now, before you come up, chin to your chest. Reach out to your heels, out with the feet. Pull back in the center. Rounding forward as far as you can go. Please articulate up. Don't just sit up. Articulate. 2, hit the balance. Lengthen. Last time. Lift up and under. Round. Lift. Go back all the way. You're still really supporting yourself here. Out to the heels. Feet out to the side. Head comes in. Chin to chest. Then you come up. Really hit your chin to your chest first. And then come up. Slowly coming up. And get a nice long stretch. I didn't take my arms back that time. Through your heels. And this, we talked about a few times, like in saw also. This is really get a sense of lifting through your body before you go into the exercise, and you're going to come down at the end of the exercise. So I'm going to lean a little bit forward. I'm stretching through my fingers, and I'm nice and long. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, my chest, my collarbones are a little bit forward of my pelvis, waist. And I'm going to, first thing you're going to do is lift yourself up higher and get longer. But that does not translate into coming into your shoulders and getting tense in your neck. But that takes practice as well. So the thing is, I'm here. I'm already up. And then I'm going to go up through the straw a little bit more. And I'm going to come back. And that's when I have to really push my feet out and stretch to the side and stretch through my heels. And I do not go back that far, because I want to stay very long. And then even on the way up, I feel my head and whole spine moving back and getting taller and lengthen and lift, coming. So I'm leaning a little bit forward, and you let your body down. And you let your body up, pushing out to the side with your feet, stretching out through your heels, being easy and long in your arms. Take yourself back. Lengthen through the heels. Two-way stretch. Arms are long. Release your neck. Now, lengthen even more, so you're going to feel your head moving up and back in the diagonal as you come forward. Lengthen, 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 and coming down. That is a killer exercise, and it's also an exercise where you can get tense really easily. It's also an exercise why some people don't like Pilates, because you want to move, and I understand that. Because this kind of work really takes a lot of thought. This exercise especially takes a lot of thought, not to get into this kind of thing and, oh, Pilates is really great exercise thing. No, you have to really relax and take it long and through and think your way through it and keep working with lengthening and relaxing, but staying strong, getting longer, coming up forward, lengthen, and let your body come down. And you're going to lift up, and you're going to turn, and you're going to keep your butt down, and you're going to come out, and you're going to get nice and long and through. And then I come up nice and long and stay up, and then I come in. And look, I came forward of my body again. So we can do it that way, and you can if you want, and I'll help you with it. But really, Joe Pilates taught it this way. I'm not sure if I can do it but let's see now. So I'm a little bit forward. I'm going to pull myself up and twist. Then I'm going to let my bum come up and my feet move, and I'm going to go all the way down to the floor. And lengthen and come up and stay twisted, and then come forward. I'll have to ask you all to pay a little extra for this workshop. Should have. So it's scary. And twist. Now you're going to go over onto your hip and lengthen, and you come down. 2, 3, and slowly coming up long, and then in and through that. And lift your bum. If this is all you come to, that's okay. But try to come even into this straight line here, long. And then you come up, lengthen forward, and coming forward and in like this, okay? Because that's scary. You don't have to go all the way to the floor, okay? But even just to come up here and put your feet together. And so this top leg is what's really supporting you and coming, all right? So try that. Things. In start we did this, but now I learned to do this, and so just do whatever you want. But you want to be up as much as you can, and you're going to hold with this leg, and you're going to open your elbows and lift, and then bend and straighten 3 times. Stay up in your back as well as you can, so that it's not pushing you back. You're lifting up nice and long. Stay in and lengthen. 2 and 3. Take your leg up on your ankle. Pull back in the center. So here, a little bit like spine stretch forward. I'm not just holding. I'm really lengthening, getting already that opposition. And then I take my leg so that it is perpendicular to the floor. And that is my tree. And now I really, my weight comes back. I'm pulling back in the center. And I really come down the tree. So I'm really climbing this tree, down the tree obviously, but I'm not just pushing my hands down and going down. It's long and through. Then if it's available to you, go all the way back. That's enough for today. You can take your arms back too, but chin to chest. Now stretch your leg, push your leg forward so that this really helps you come in. Open your elbows, pull it in to your body. Stay long in the body. And then lift up. 2, one more time. Lengthen up, lengthen, stretch up, and pull back in the center and bring your tree so that it's perpendicular. Then you come down. 2, I'm pulling. Really climbing down that tree. Holding here, that's supporting you, and that takes you all the way back. Stretching. Head comes in, pull back in the center, lengthen up. 2, 3, lift up, open your elbows, pull in as much as you can, stay up in your body, no collapsing, open, and that's intense. Coming in and bending. That's the first part of it. Let's just do the first part of it. Revealing my... Okay, you're going to lengthen up, take yourself up. Good. Then take yourself. You can take your ankle or your heel. Sorry. It's quite a revealing pose, but we love each other. And so you're gonna roll back and lengthen. You can take the side here or the side of your hip, but go ahead and hold the side, and then you're going to just lengthen back as much as you can. And 2. Pull back in the center, head comes in, and then lengthen up. 2 and 3. So you want to coordinate yourself so that everything is going to go back and lengthen and coming back. Nice and long, head back. Now, chin to the chest. I didn't show that so well last time. Everything comes up together, nice and long. And now you're going to switch your hands, turn, stretch your right arm back, lengthen, and give yourself a good twist. 2, 3. Pull the leg in, put it up as high as you can. Make sure you're well placed. Put it up as high as you want, as high as you can, and coming forward over your leg. 2 3, and slowly rolling up. Okay, so let's do this. So you're going to go back and forth